Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another week of
Dele and Rebekah.
I shaved. Well, welcome back, guys. Like we said, we're gonna bring another video on a Saturday. So, what is the topic today?
Ghosting.
Oh my days. If I haven't been ghosted so many times in my life. Now, I believe the definition of ghosting is basically when there is something you see or someone you're talking to and then all of a sudden they disappear. Ghosting.
I want to get the
She's
real
gonna find
the Urban Dictionary.
The Urban Dictionary definition of ghosting. But no, we were talking about this the other day because there's so many different versions of ghosting. I've experienced it. I've ghosted people in my life too. But it's just like Becca.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, here's the Urban Dictionary of ghosting.
Actually, it's Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
Oh, the real deal.
All right.
Ghosting is a breaking off of a relationship by stopping all communication and contact with the other person without any apparent warning or justification, as well as ignoring the partner's attempts to reach out or communicate.
Wow. So if any of you guys have ever been ghosted, okay, that's funny. Okay, well, why do people ghost? That's what I always thought about sometimes. Like I remember when I was younger, say college, or maybe even after college, you're having a conversation with the opposite sex, or whoever you're talking to at the same time, or you guys are not exclusive, or you're just having a conversation. All of a sudden, something clicks in your brain. It's like I'm done. And I know it's funny, but then you think it's easier to just ignore. I think honestly that's the worst thing ever. I mean, I've done it before. I'm guilty of it. I've ignored people in my
There's a variety of types of ghosting. There is like dating ghosting, or
there's, like work ghosting.
Ghosting.
Like sometimes, like we were talking about it too. Sometimes for Dele, Rockson, me, if I reach out to a bride or potential bride who wants services for a wedding, like videography or photography, we're having a communication.
Sometimes they'll just stop.
They just stop responding. I get it. I mean, I believe now. I guess since it's just karma. I've done it before, but I'm just like, if you don't want the service, just say, hey, I'm good.
Or like I ended up booking something, because a lot of times that's what happens. Is so specifically in this case. So for us currently, I'd say more so ghosting would happen with our work, because obviously we're not dating other people. So. Except just each other. So we can't ghost each other. We live together.
Becca ghosted me before. I just want to let you guys know. Back in the day, iMessage, you can see when someone read a message. She read it. She never responded. Is that true?
I cannot recall.
It is. But it's all good. But no, that's in the past. But yeah, like you were saying, we were to work. Yeah.
So that's more common with us now. Obviously, we're extremely familiar with ghosting in the other ways too, because we like dated people before each other. So I can't speak to Dele's ghosting of.
Oh, I've ghosted people before. Yo, my days. I honestly, I was like, I used to pride myself. I was like, oh, watch this. I'll just ghost. It's happened to me too. I don't know. I think people find that's the easiest way not to deal with the situation.
I guess ultimately we come up with theories as to why people would ghost. And so first off, if you have been ghosted, let us know what happened.
Now we're just gonna reenact ghosting.
Or if you did ghost somebody, let us know why you ghosted them.
All right, so this is a conversation this is improv. She doesn't know about
I was like, I'm not even getting here.
Hey, so I'm texting some girl, Becca, let's just say, hey, how's it going?
Good.
Cool. So we met back in college, and I was just trying to see if we can, start a friendship. Is that cool with you?
I don't even know what to say to that.
She might say something like, "Oh, sure.
Oh yeah, that's how you."
Sure, yeah, that sounds good.
Good to hear from you.
Sure. How does tomorrow at 7 p.m. sound? She's like, okay. And then the next day, 2 p.m. Are we still good for 5 hours? She's ghosting. She gets the message because it says delivered. So why is the reason that you just decide to ghost? Is it that you choked, or you just were like, you know what? I looked at his pictures. I don't really feel them anymore.
So for more realistically for me, I would not have ghosted you before we hung out. If we hung out and I was like, yo, no.
Yo, it's happened to me where we never got to hang out and she ghosted me. I'm like, wait, what?
I don't think I've ever, like you said, I've ghosted you, but I don't
you haven't ghosted me. Like in text messages, like ghosting could be like you texting someone and just keep ignoring, but you see they read it, but you're just ghosting you, and then you see them in person. What's up? You did my message?
And
Yeah, about that. Something happened with my phone. I have no idea, but hey, how you doing? But no, I've been ghosted before, where it was like we've seen each other before, but we didn't even get to hang out. And the person
I would have been more the person who would come up with an excuse why I wasn't gonna make it.
Oh.
Even though, but pretty much I didn't do, like.
She let you down easy.
I try to let people down easy, but like for the most part, I like doing, so.
Nah, man.
I would have been like, yeah, let's bring all of our friends. If I was like not into it, I'd be like, yeah, we can have a meetup.
Yeah, I was the type of ghoster who, when the person's like, let's hang out, I just ditch and don't even respond. And then when I see them in person, I actually run. Or if I see them in person, I have no way to run. I'm like, oh, hey.
Awkward.
I act like, oh, not first time. Hey, nice to see you. What's going on? And then send me a table like, what about the text message? Like, was that me? Really? I was bad. I was me. I was messed up.
Oh, that's so
But
funny.
that only happened once, and then it happened to me too. Where I don't know, maybe like a month after I got ghosted, and I was like, karma is yeah. But it was it's crazy because I always think, why do people do it? But now I'm at the point where it's like, if I don't want to talk to this person, I just let them know, hey, because it happened. Some guy reached out to me earlier, was talking about Bitcoins, and this is like earlier last week. He was like, hey, this is a new way currency, you need to get into this cryptocurrency, and I'm like, cool.
You entertained it for a minute. He's like, you can send me your stuff.
Yeah, he asked me for my number on the spot, and I was like, oh, sure, cool. And he called me, so I had to pick it up. I was like, yeah, that's me. What's up? Got your number saved. He's like, I'll text you tomorrow, man. I was like, cool. And then he texted me tomorrow. He's like, so did you watch that video I sent you? And I thought about it for like 5 hours. Should I respond? I didn't respond. But then I ended up just responding. I was like, hey, I appreciate what you're doing. I'm not interested right now, but if anything changes, I'll let you know. And he ghosted me. He didn't respond. But I was thinking of ghosting him by just not responding. But you see, I just thought about it. I was like, let me just respond. So like, this guy sees me out in public. That's the guy who ghosted me. Let's go get him.
So sometimes I feel like the reasons why I think a lot of it is in whatever aspect. Well, yeah, like on some level you're like, I don't know, like the confrontation thing. But behind that, I feel like it's either like, I don't know what to say because my answer is no, but I'm like too scared to just say no.
Or you're just too nice and you don't want to say no, so you just run away because you're a yes person.
Yeah, or it's like I feel like I'm going to offend them if I just say no.
No.
Because I've had people say things like that to me, like, if it's whatever, and we've been talking about, like, for instance, like, me coaching and things like that, and then they get to a point where they're like, I want it, but my answer is no. But they don't say that. Instead, they'll ghost or they'll write back and be like, "Please don't be offended by me. I'm so sorry." I'm like, I'm not offended by you. Like, a no is fine. Like,
there's actually a situation where the person ghosted her, then all of a sudden blocked her.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, that doesn't really. I don't care.
That was another step.
Yeah, but so like, and that happens to people too. Like in dating aspects too. Like, I know that things like that happen.
Yeah, it does. Like, they go out for the first time, they hang out, whatever.
I think it's especially funny because this happens a lot. I feel like in dating situations where somebody's like, you ask me to hang out, and they're like, I can't, I'm busy or whatever, or like.
Then you see them in public.
Or you see them on their social media, like out, and you're like, ah. So I feel like in those instances, then
those are the worst ones because you know the person didn't want to spend time with you. I'm like, just let me know. But that's the worst way to find it out.
So funny.
I'm trying to see if that happened to me. I don't remember.
I know, it feels like so long ago. We've literally been married for 2 years and some change, but it feels like
4 months.
The dating game was forever ago.
Yeah, because it takes time prior. Yeah, I don't want to date again. It's just too much work.
It's too much stress.
Stress.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez, I've been trying to reach out to this girl for 10 years, but shoot. Yeah, but it's all good though.
But yeah, so I think that the reasonings behind why people ghost I think there's a variety of, reasons, but I feel like a lot of it comes down to, well, like, I'm 100% sure there's some people out there who are like, I literally don't care about this person enough to respond. I get that that's a thing too.
True.
But for the most part, or like they've offended me so hard that I'm literally like they're cut off.
Or they have double personality. One day I'm feeling this person. That's happened. Oh, this is what's happened to me too before. Is that the person ghosted, and maybe I wasn't looking kind of good that maybe my high school years, you know, I was out, they ghosted me in high school, but then they see me in college, like, whoa, I'm like, bye. Because, you know what, I'm the same person, granted I evolved, but still, it's like, oh, you didn't talk to me back in high school, now you want to talk to me in college, and then it's weird. I just like, nah, to me that one, I maybe I'm petty, I just can't give a second chance. I don't give a second chance to that, because I'm like, nah. I'm like, yeah, no. Because, you know, when I was looking my worst, you treated me bad. Now I'm looking good. We're not on the same level. You know, it's just not, you know, it's just, yeah. But even cases like where, sure, after you're still looking good, whatever, after college, you guys talked. And then, you know, they see that you're in a relationship now. It's like, oh, hey, what's up? I'm like, I had one girl tell me one time, this is back in high school. She's like, I don't want to talk to you unless you're in a relationship. I'm like, what?
Didn't tell me that before.
I guess some people get probably higher of that. And I was like, oh, cool.
That didn't have anything to do with ghosting, though.
No, I mean, it's just like, she's like, she literally would not talk to me unless I got in a relationship. She's like, that's when it was like, maybe it was weird. I was like, she basically ghosted me until it was weird.
She's like, side note, I'm gonna ghost you until you're in a relationship. Then I'll come out of the woodwork.
You know, human beings are interesting. We do all sorts of things. It's just,
some
what is your what do you guys think is the reasoning behind ghosting,
or yeah, if you've ghosted, what was your reasoning behind?
Oh, we gotta hear the stories. Like, what kind of ghosting did you do? Were you like Ghost 2.0, or is it just like, whoa, where it's like, wow, you did that, and then, or do you feel bad, or do you guys still ghost? Is that still a thing? I know it happens, but.
It's definitely a thing. They're making a show about it, aren't they?
What was that?
It's like,
oh yeah, we saw that.
It's gonna be called Ghosted. It's like Catfish, but ghosted.
That's funny.
And then they're gonna go find out like why they were ghosted. That's actually a pretty good idea. It might be an interesting show. I don't know if it started. I think I saw it on
creative ways of ghosting.
Yeah, tell us some stories. We just wanted to talk about it again because like he said, like we're in that field, especially with Dele, you know, because a lot of times when people are looking for photographers or videographers or things like that, they're looking at multiple options.
True.
And it's honestly the same with me when people are looking to like get into like their fitness avenue, they're considering multiple options. And so when you ask and you get prices and you look at things and you're like, I like this, I like that, I like this, and XYZ, and you kind of like you weigh them out. And then so like for us, we're like, oh, and maybe it's because we're familiar with industries such as the types that we're in and like how we do business. So for us, like we're like, oh, if I decided against it, I would just say, hey, I actually want this direction, thanks. But yeah, I feel like most of the time people don't do that. They just stop responding.
I reached back out to the person and I was like, oh, I want a videographer. It's like, oh, you're the one for it. And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, because they tell me I'll get back to you, and then 2 weeks later, oh, sorry, I booked someone else. I'm like, oh, you should have just told me.
Yeah.
You know,
well, it's usually like for him when he follows up, because he does. He like keeps a list of his potentials and like to work with them, and then if they just disappear, he's like, hey, like it's been 2 weeks, just want to follow up with you. I know you said that you XYZ, and I feel like it's a little, I don't know. And again, we were just like, what's the reasoning behind that? Like genuinely, I'm sure people forget sometimes, or like don't know that like, oh, I need to tell you that I'm not interested anymore, or I found somebody else. And I maybe that's just like a photography etiquette thing that maybe people like don't recognize.
Time is money, man. I'm trying to invest in my time. Wasting my time.
Well, also like you don't reserve dates automatically, but like for things like that, like he's like, okay, well, I'm not holding the date because I can't hold it unless you've like reserved it.
True,
but like
true.
He'll kind of do a soft hold, and there other people are asking about that wedding date, and he's like, well, I've got like 9 potentials, and so he wants to follow up, and he wants to get, I don't want to call it closure, but closure.
Maybe it's just lack of decency in human beings. I don't know.
I think it's a mixture of a bunch of stuff.
Because some people, I don't know, I'm not trying to judge because I've done it too, so I guess it's part of the human nature to be ghosters, man.
Or just like not, or it's just like communication errors. It's just more so in our nature to like miscommunicate.
It's easier. That makes sense.
It's easier to not respond, I'm sure, than to respond and like turn somebody down, or to respond and say something that you genuinely feel.
True.
Because like out of fear of offending them, or a fear of sounding rude, or a fear of whatever.
Just be, I guess it's a hard thing to just be real. I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry.
It can be hard to say what you want.
I'm not feeling you anymore. Or I'm not feeling like I should put myself in a place where I will let you down in the future. I don't know. Maybe that's what people think when it's like, oh, I'm going to ghost her because I don't see anything happening. Yeah. I don't know. But yes, listen, whatever you guys think, let us know.
Drop the comments.
Second video this week, by the way. We had a live earlier. It was Wednesday Night Live. So yeah, let us know what you guys think. Are you ghosters or are you a ghostie?
Ghosties.
Snap. Well, thank you guys for watching. I'm at Dele Rocks.
I'm Becca Ann 813.
You check out more videos to be like, right? Listen, you guys have a blessed week. She was not gonna be here next week, so I might have to hold a video for 2 weeks. Blame her.
Just not 1 week. So yeah, it'll be in 2 weeks.
See you guys.
Thank you.